I got this high-end Flagship Custom IEM for a fraction of the price, and no, 64 audio has nothing to do with this video. Keep watching to find out. Hey, welcome to Project Beats. My name is Joven. Before we dive in, if you like this type of video, please consider subscribing. Also, if you missed my previous video, I shared my mixing headphone setup, which is this LCD-X and Hugo 2. And I thought, why not make this a series all about headphones and IEMs? So in this video, I will share how I got a Flagship Custom IEM from 64 Audio for a third of its original price. If you're not familiar with 64 Audio, they are a well-known brand in the audio industry that specializes in high-end custom in-ear monitors. They are a highly sought-after brand with some of the best technology in the industry. Artists such as Beyonce, John Mayer, Bon Jovi, Nathan East are some of the big ones that endorse 64 Audio. And of course, for the longest time, I really wanted to get my own custom 64 Audio. However, like many of the best things in tech, especially those that are handcrafted with this level of quality and intricacy, they come at a very hefty price tag, at least for mortals like me. The model I have is the A12, which was released before the TIA or tubeless models. For reference, the A12T is now listed at 2,000 USD, roughly 3,000 Singapore dollars here. It has 12 drivers per ear, which is like having 12 professional studio-grade miniaturized speakers per ear. And you can imagine the level of transparency and clarity is insane. 64 Audio has since released a newer flagship model, which is the A18S or the A18T, which is listed at about 3,000 US dollars. And here it's about 4,600 Singapore dollars. If you haven't guessed by now, I purchased mine used on Carousel, which is similar to Facebook Marketplace or eBay, if you will, here in Singapore. So the gist of it is buy a good quality used custom IEM, then have it reshelled to fit your ears. I know this is not some revolutionary new information, but I thought I'd share with you the process I went through. At that time when I was browsing, there were actually quite a few used options available. I saw some Universal Audio UERR and JH Audio models for sale. But of course, when shopping in the used market, you have to take what you can get because there really aren't a lot of options. You would just have to hope that the model you like turns up. So maybe have 2 or 3 in your wish list and keep an eye out, right? So like I mentioned, custom IEMs is molded to fit the owner's ear, which is why they are called custom in-ears. This means that no one else can use them except you. The good thing for me, or us, is that their resale value is much lower, which gives us the opportunity to own some of these flagship custom IEMs for much less. I purchased the A12 for about 600 SGD, which I think is a good deal. Essentially, you're just buying the drivers and the Apex module inside the unit. However, I still had to reshell them. While I looked at what was available locally, some of them charge almost, if not more than, what I paid for the unit. So I ended up researching and ended up using its Fit Lab in Vietnam. Even with shipping, it's still much cheaper than any of the custom shops here in Singapore, which confirms the fact that everything in Singapore is expensive. The only thing left to do now was to get my ear impressions and then ship them together with my A12 to Vietnam. Since it was my first time using their service, I will be honest, I was a little bit nervous. But the good people at It's Fit Lab delivered. They did an absolutely killer job. So if you're looking for a reselling service, be sure to check them out. This is not a sponsored shout or anything like that. I paid for everything myself. And of course, I bought a good quality cable to pair with my brand new used custom IEM that now fits perfectly to my ear. I had to wait for about a month, but I can say that it was totally worth it. I think it was about $200 with shipping and custom logo. But do check with current pricing, as it was quite a while back when I did mine. The build quality from It's Fit Lab is amazing. They have a lot of designs and styles to choose from. But of course, the sound quality of the A12 is impeccable. I did spend a lot of time trying the universal version of this to make sure I like it, and it is what I was looking for. And it is. Also, do note that there will be a slight change to the sound quality from universal to custom. The soundstage might feel a bit smaller, but the air and shimmer as well as the depth will be more upfront as well. You could also play around with the type of cable you use with it. It could influence the response of your IEM. If you want a more airy and brighter sound, you would go for more silver cable. I personally love pure copper, about N7, I think. I think it's the most transparent. There's also pure copper with silver plating, so you could try that as well. I have been using mine for both stage monitoring and studio use, mostly as reference monitor. And I can also use it as a mobile hi-fi IEM, or whenever I need a lightweight mixing companion, this will work as well. I won't go into too much detail about the A12 sound quality in this video, as there are plenty of great reviews for this unit, and most of them speak highly of it. I will say, however, that this is a purpose-built IEM, mainly for studio reference or stage monitoring. Not really for consumer IEM or hi-fi enthusiasts, but of course you are more than welcome to get one. The sound quality of it is more clinical or technical, so if you don't really need a technical IEM and you're looking for more hi-fi sound signature, I would suggest looking elsewhere. If you favor balance, clarity, transparency, and the utility of this IEM, then this might be for you. But if you prefer a balance of both technical precision and enjoyable sound signature, you will like what I have for you in the next video of this series. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a like and let me know in the comments below, are you thinking of getting your own custom IEM? And I'm curious to know what you guys have and what you use it for. Also, please consider subscribing, as it helps me to create more content like this. Alright, see you in the next project. Alrighty.